Hello, this is I Seen You Before playing Dominions 4. Today is a great day. I successfully made meatloaf and I'm making a tutorial about communions and why they should be used. I shall use early age Marverni as an example for this. If you're here just to learn about communions, please skip to part 3 because part 1 is mostly about early age Marverni and how to expand with them in case you want to reproduce it and play around with communions. So we'll go to pretender design. I'll show you how to make the god and how I got to the point where I can cast communions so you can just replicate it. Today we're using a great white bull for fast expansion, Dominions 9 for all. We are going to add 1 to his earth magic for bursts. We're going to get 3 order so that we can put up a lot of forts, some sloth because Marverni don't really need resources, 1 hit to get a free scale, 1 misfortune to compensate for the order, and 1 magic for the research. And now we're gonna start up the game. So for early age Marverni, we're just gonna start off by recruiting the Stargazer, which is our cheapest researcher. And we'll put our first army on to become a prophet, send the scout off to patrol, and you can get a lot of bare-chested warriors. They'll die quickly to arrows, but they'll stand their ground in melee. And you can get a hornblower, just like with late age stis, if you watched one of my videos before, to improve the morale, so you won't rout as much. I'm gonna grab alteration so I'll be able to buff my bull so he'll be safer and not die, because his only use of this game is just to expand fast, because the whole point of this video is to show you guys how to do communions right now. You basically want to script Sermon of Courage with your Prophet to buff moral even further. It's usually pretty bad to get your starting army destroyed. Now that we got level 1 of alteration, I think I sent out the pretender to take over more provinces, since he can now buff himself with bark skin. Please note, if you're using a combat pretender, it's very important to tell him to actually attack, otherwise he might just keep casting spells until he falls unconscious and the independence will just end up killing him. At this point, you will have two armies, thanks to the Pretender being able to take provinces on his own, and your starting army. And you should be able to expand at the rate of 2 provinces per turn, and adding another army to that is just better. You basically want to expand as fast as you can with Marverni, so you'll be able to get yourself some research points by building more forts, and after that you'll be okay because you have spells. And once that fortress is up, the AI should be no problem for you, and you'll be able to boost your magic research even faster to be able to reach whatever spells you want. For this example, we're going to use Gift of Heaven, which is in Evocation 5, if I remember correctly, and requires 3 Earth and 2 Astral to cast, which is already innate paths to the Druids of Marverni. Now we can't forget about the R. It's really useful for the god to be able to expand, because independent units or any unit attacking the god actually will need to do a moral check to check if he can actually do an attack on the god. And from that point is when you go on and do normal calculations of whether the attack has succeeded against the defender. But adding R is adding another layer of protection for your super combatant, which is always good. When you have captured enough provinces around your capital, you can start investing with not bare-chested warriors, the one with armor on them. In that way, you'll be safer against arrows and you'll be able to stand against heavy cavalry. And just before, and as this turn ends actually, I'll now do a small slide about the spellcasters of Marverni. So, as I said before, you want the stargazers, as they are very cheap and they are pretty good researchers. They also be used as your communion slaves. The recruit everywhere druid that you have is going to be used as a combat mage, and the elder druid as well. And you'll be able to cast buffs and also combat magic. And thanks to the communion, you'll be able to boost your magic pulse further, which will reduce your fatigue. And one tip with Marverni is that they have summon of power. By using those, you'll reduce fatigues on all your slaves. Remember that by using a communion, all the fatigue that the master gets will be transferred to your slave. One funny fact that you guys should know is that the small Hoburg guys, the guys that the ball just trampled over, if you happen to have a province that are full of crossbowmen of those guys, just recruit them. These guys, with these guys you'll be able to mass crossbowmen like crazy. I was playing in late age and I was dying pretty hard for a blitz, but getting that province coupled with wind guide helped me push back some holy sacred troops that were attacking me. That's a good trick. Start building with your commander early, move a scout or another commander there that you don't really need to use it, and just cancel the order of your commander. Make sure a turn has ended first though. And then your commander can keep moving and expand with his army. Meanwhile, the scout slash commander that you're not going to use that just entered this province will be able to continue the fort construction. The Ebony Knights are not too bad and they hold their ground as cavalry. Mind that they don't have a lance, so they won't charge. They'll be more like a higher defense warrior that won't pack the punch of knights that knights have on a first charge. But they're pretty good at holding their own, and if you have the income to hire them, an army of masked Ebony Knights is not too bad. It's not a bad idea to join your pretender and any army together to tackle a stronger province that has units such as heavy cavalry. The other cool thing about the Great White Bull is that he has recuperation, and with recuperation, whatever affliction he might have, you just let him be in a province for a few turns and he usually heals by himself. Note that the worse the affliction is, the longer it's going to take to heal. One of the reasons why this commander can move 2 provinces is that you need to keep in mind that every unit has a map move, and depending on the map move it will tell you how many provinces you can move per turn. So with some nations such as Callum, mobility is a very important fact about them because they can just jump 3 provinces flying. And for other nations such as Middle Age Elm, most of their units wear very heavy armor, so they'll have mostly a map move of 1. Right now I'm making sure I recruit units with a map move of 2 and a commander who has a map move of 2 as well, so my armies can move 2 provinces. I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but once I'll start recruiting Elder Druids who only have a map move of 1, I'll only be able to move 1 province if I want to bring an army together. And that's it for part 1. Thank you for watching. Leave a feedback if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you liked the video. And stay tuned for part 2 and 3, which I will update. And if you guys had captions on, I'll later on update it. You'll see it just down there. Thank you.